Here's a fun story. This filter's out of control. But anyway, so when I was being a naughty girl and I was in the streets, I had some crazy things happen to me that I can't even explain. And since I know that this platform is, you can't say everything you want to say, so I'm going to be just saying it and hopefully you can read between the lines. So anyway, I was out in the streets being naughty, and I was with some guys, and I'm talking tattooed head to toe, okay? And I'm over there at a Starbucks, and we do not look like the best group. You got white girl, thugs, cholos, whatever. And then this man, which this is where I'm not going to say, which country he is from, but I was sitting there outside and we were like trying to figure out ways to find shelter and get what we needed to get. And this guy comes on a bike and he like stares at me, but then, you know, of course I'm paranoid, so I don't know if I'm just tripping. And he like stood there. He didn't go into the Starbucks at all. So I went into the Starbucks, like used the restroom, I got some water, and when I came back out, he was like doing jumping jacks outside and staring at me. And the guys were like, hey, he's staring, you know? Go over there, right? Whatever. Fucking lovely. So I'm like, okay, I'll go. And I went up to him, because he pulled a cigarette out. And so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get a cigarette, right? So like I walk up to him and I said hello, because he was just staring. Oh, and then he's like, come here. And then I was like, they're like, go. And I said, oh no, I'm kind of freaked out. And they're like, yeah, go get a cigarette from him. And I was like, okay. So I went over there, I got a cigarette. I mean, I say, could I please bum a cigarette from you? And he like hands me his pack, okay? And I open up the pack of cigarettes and there's like hundreds of dollars in it. And I kind of looked at him and I was like, oh my God, like, are you blessing me with this? Like, I just was so in shock. And he like snatched that from me. And he was like, no, you know, and he got really upset. And he goes, you know, he starts telling me this whole story about this chick who like him and his wife like let into their home, who was homeless, and she took advantage. Told me this whole story. And he goes, you know what's so funny about you Americans is that you think you're so smart, don't you? He goes, but one day you're going to be working for me. And I said, bye, gotta go. And I freaked out and I ran. The dudes were like, what happened? Why didn't you get anything out of him? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I wasn't even trying. Like, that was like a whole weird setup. And I don't know why he chose to target me at the freaking Starbucks looking like a bum. Okay? But he did. And it was really strange. But he basically told me that one day I would be working for him. Not from America.